Good evening and welcome to Doordarshan Kendra Kohima. I'm Ila Susan with the news. First, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping reaffirmed that India and China are development partners and not rivals. In his Mann Ki Baat program, Prime Minister Narendra Modi says nation has to move forward on the path of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Reserve Bank of India Governor Sanjay Malhotra says India will become the world's third largest economy soon. And India suspends booking of all categories of mail destined for the USA. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping today reaffirmed that the two countries were development partners and not rivals, and that their differences should not turn into disputes. Both the leaders met on the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Tianjin. Modi underlined the importance of peace and tranquility on border areas for continued development of bilateral relations. The two leaders noted with satisfaction the successful disengagement last year and the maintenance of peace and tranquility along the border areas since then. They expressed commitment to a fair, reasonable and mutually acceptable resolution of the boundary question, proceeding from the political perspective of their overall bilateral relations and the long-term interests of the two peoples. They also recognized the important decisions taken by the two special representatives in their talks earlier this month and agreed to further support their efforts. The two leaders noted the need to strengthen people-to-people ties through direct flights and visa facilitation, building on the resumption of the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra and tourist visa. On economic and trade relations, they recognized the role of the two economies to stabilize world trade. They underlined the need to proceed from a political and strategic direction to expand bilateral trade and investment ties and reduce trade deficit. The two leaders deemed it necessary to expand common ground on bilateral, regional and global issues and challenges like terrorism and fair trade in multilateral platforms.
सीमा पर डिसएंगेजमेंट के बाद शांति और स्थिरता का माहौल बना हुआ है। हमारे स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स के बीच बॉर्डर मैनेजमेंट के संबंध में सहमति बनी। कैलाश मानसरोवर यात्रा फिर से शुरू की। दोनों देशों के बीच डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट भी फिर से शुरू की।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the nation has to move forward with the mantra of vocal for local, path of Atmanirbhar Bharat and goal of developed India. Sharing his thoughts in the Mann Ki Baat program on Akashvani today, Modi said during the festive season the countrymen should never forget about Swadeshi. He said gifts should be those made in India, attire should be that woven in India, decor should be that made from materials made in India, everything in every need of life should be Swadeshi. He said amidst all this joy, people should keep emphasizing on cleanliness because where there is cleanliness, the joy of festivals rises even more. The Prime Minister said the spirit of Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat, the unity of the country is very important for the development of the nation and sports play a big role in it. Modi also mentioned about the first Khelo India Water Sports Festival, which was held at Dal Lake in Srinagar, where 800 athletes from all over the country participated. During the program, the Prime Minister interacted with two players, Rashmita Sahu from Odisha and Mohsin Ali from Srinagar, who participated and won gold medals in the event. He said a record number of people gathered in the stadium in Pulwama in Jammu and Kashmir during its first ever day-night cricket match during the Royal Premier League. Modi said thousands of enthusiasts, especially youth, enjoying cricket at night in Pulwama was truly a sight to behold. The Prime Minister said in this monsoon season, natural disasters are testing the country. He said wherever the crisis struck, the NDRF, SDRF personnel, other security forces and everyone toiled day and night to save the people.
देश में हुआ पहला खेलो इंडिया वाटर स्पोर्ट्स फेस्टिवल, और वो भी श्रीनगर की डल झील पर हुआ। सचमुच ऐसा उत्सव आयोजित करने के लिए ये कितनी खास जगह है। इसका उद्देश्य है जम्मू कश्मीर में वाटर स्पोर्ट्स को और लोकप्रिय बनाना। इसमें पूरे भारत से 800 से अधिक एथलीट्स ने हिस्सा लिया। महिला एथलीट्स भी पीछे नहीं रही, उनकी भागीदारी भी लगभग पुरुषों के बराबर थी। मैं उन सभी खिलाड़ियों को बधाई देना चाहता हूं जिन्होंने इसमें भाग लिया।
The Reserve Bank of India RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra has said that India will become the world's third largest economy soon and credited the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana for boosting the country's growth. His remark came at a time when India's GDP grew 7.8% in April-June quarter of the current fiscal, the highest in 5 quarters. Addressing a government bank's financial inclusion campaign, Santripti Shivir at Rangwasa village in Indore, Malhotra said the central government and RBI had launched the Jan Dhan Yojana in collaboration with banks 11 years ago, leading to development across the nation. The RBI governor said 55 crore accounts have been opened under the scheme to ensure participation of people from all sections in the country's growth journey, providing them with savings, pension, insurance, credit and other services. In other news, the National E-Governance Division under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has achieved a Digital India milestone by enabling a pan-India integration of nearly 2,000 e-government services on DigiLocker and e-District platforms. With this achievement, citizens across all 36 states and union territories can now seamlessly access certificates, welfare schemes, utility payments and more citizen-centric services anytime, anywhere, thereby ensuring convenience and transparency in delivery. Maharashtra is leading the nation by giving 254, the highest number of services available to citizens, followed by Delhi 123, Karnataka 113, Assam 102, Uttar Pradesh with 86 services. Meanwhile, in Nagaland, 19 services are available, and in total 1,938 services are currently available for citizens across the nation. In state news, a new branch of Slice Small Finance Bank was officially inaugurated in Wokha district yesterday, marking a significant step towards expanding financial inclusion and entrepreneurship. The inauguration ceremony was graced by advisor to the Chief Minister, Dr. Chumben Muri, as the chief guest. Dr. Muri emphasized the importance of strengthening the banking system and promoting financial literacy, particularly in rural and semi-urban areas. He highlighted the abundance of youth resources in Wokha district and urged the stakeholders to focus on upliftment of women and youth. Muri described Slice Small Finance Bank as a potential lighthouse of resources to boost entrepreneurship and small business startups across Wokha and its surrounding villages. Stressing the need for accessible credit and financial services, he noted that such facilities would enhance the district's economic structure. And now let's go for a short commercial break.
दादू ये कौन सा प्लांट है?
टैंजरीन बहुत मीठा होता है, तोड़ना नहीं है। फ्री फॉरेन ट्रिप, क्लिक ऑन द लिंक। अभी करता हूँ।
दादू रुको, लिंक में क्लिक मत करना।
क्यों?
ये SMS स्कैम है, क्लिक करोगे तो आपके बैंक डिटेल्स होंगे चोरी।
ओह, थैंक्स गप्पू, बचा लिया। ये ले तेरी समझदारी का फल।
RBI कहता है स्मार्ट बनो, कूल रहो।
And welcome back. Union Minister for Parliamentary Affairs Kiren Rijiju has opined that ruckus and political theatrics within the Parliament ultimately harms the members indulging in such acts. Speaking on the subject, parliamentary system in the largest democracy in the world, in Karnataka High Court premises in Bengaluru, the minister noted that members represent their constituencies and hence pressure must be applied on them to participate in debates and discussions instead of resorting to disruptions. He felt that younger members of parliament must resist orders from their leaders to disrupt the House. Addressing the advocates, he noted that political drama created to serve a narrative must end, as the members indulging in such disruptions is answerable to his constituency. He added that the government which enjoys majority will not suffer due to such disruptions, and the government will push through its bills, and members, especially from the opposition parties, will be at a loss if they do not debate such bills. Kiren Rijiju said that the currently concluded monsoon session was disrupted continuously by the opposition, and his appeal to them to take part in the discussion yielded no results. He elaborated that the list of business comes up every morning, matters to be discussed and fixed, and timings fixed, but the opposition, guided by its leaders, disrupted the House. The government has completely suspended the booking of all categories of mail, including letters, documents, and gift items valued up to $100 destined for the U.S. In a statement, the Department of Post said that the decision was taken in view of the ongoing inability of carriers to transport U.S.-bound mail and in the absence of defined regulatory mechanisms. It said that the situation is being closely monitored and efforts are being made to restore services at the earliest. The Department of Post said customers who have already booked items that could not be dispatched may claim a refund of postage. The Union Sports Minister, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, participated in a cycle rally today in New Delhi on the occasion of the special National Sports Day edition of Fit India Sundays on Cycle. Former badminton player Trupti Murgunde, dignitaries from various national sports federations and SAI also joined the rally. During the rally, Mandaviya said that on the occasion of National Sports Day, a 3-day national sports event has been organized. Lakhs of people participated on the first day and gave the message that sports are part of the ecosystem now. On the second day, sports conclaves were organized at over 200 locations nationwide. Today, the Sundays on Cycle event is being organized at over 10,000 locations across the country, and youth have gathered on the road across the country.
Ways to remove the stress from this world and enjoy the environment, enjoy the nature of Delhi by cycling on the roads.
The Ministry of Ayush will host the Departmental Summit on National Ayush Mission and Capacity Building in States on the 3rd and 4th of September at AIIA, New Delhi. The summit will be chaired by Minister of State Pratap Rao Jadhav. The 2-day national summit aims to strengthen National Ayush Mission, enhance state capacity building, and foster collaborations among states and union territories to promote holistic healthcare. In line with this vision, Niti Aayog has identified 6 thematic subgroups to drive discussions on financial management, quality assurance of Ayush medicine, IT, and more. And now let's take a look at the weather reports.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 33 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius. Mokokchung had a maximum temperature of 29 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 31 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius. Zinabuto had a maximum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. Phak had a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
The news, here's a recap of our top stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping reaffirmed that India and China are developing partners and not rivals. In his Mann Ki Baat program, Prime Minister Narendra Modi says nation has to move forward on the path of Atmanirbhar Bharat. The Reserve Bank of India Governor Sanjay Malhotra says India will become the world's third largest economy soon. And India suspends booking of all categories of mail destined for the USA. And with this, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. Have a good evening.